Well, let's speak now to Jeff Sherman, who's Deputy Chief Investment Officer at DoubleLine, joining me from Los Angeles. Thanks for being with us today, Jeff. So, is there any doubt left in your mind, with all these concerns that there are about the US heading to recession, that the Fed will cut rates in September?
Yeah, I mean, it's set up quite nicely for the Fed to start the easing cycle. And right now, the market kind of is saying you're either going to get 25 or 50 basis points of cuts. It's kind of a coin flip between the two right now. And as you pointed out, the inflation report really is accretive to this whole story here. And so the Fed themselves had said that the monetary policy is tight, that they want to get closer to kind of the neutral rate. And they're going to start that in September. And so whether or not they cut, 0.75% or 1% throughout the remainder of the year remains to be seen, but they will be data dependent. But this definitely sets it up with today's inflation report.
Jeff, what do you make of the concerns that there are that the US could be heading into a recession? Do you see it as a risk or a likelihood?
Well, I think it is a risk out there, but I don't think it's for certain at this point. And what you saw was the market was a little offsides. There was a lot of crowded positioning, and essentially the bond market is just waiting for another shoe to drop. And although we're talking about inflation, the key metric that kind of set off these fears about 12 days ago was the jobs report. And so right now we know the Fed is focused on the dual mandate. They have to get price stability, but they also want to maintain some level of full employment. And so the unemployment rate going up in the last jobs report made people a bit nervous in the marketplace. And so a lot of that unwound starting last Monday. By the time the US market opened, we got service data, and that service data was pretty constructive. And in fact, when you look at the service data within the inflation, it is ticking up again, albeit really driven by the housing market, as you pointed out as well. So in general, it does look like there is some robustness, but tomorrow will be a big day because we get retail sales in the US. And so given that how heavy the consumer is in the US and a big driver of the overall GDP number, that'll be a very important number to watch tomorrow.
Okay, Jeff Sherman from DoubleLine, thank you for joining us from Los Angeles.
Thanks for having me.